Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's been about 2 weeks since I was last at Dale's premises on a mission. The place that's building the dream spec K-swap Civic for me. But I just thought I'd jump on the camera real quick before I head back to Dale's again, because I've got a few final parts to send over there. And also, over the last 2 weeks, Dale and Amy at On a Mission have done an amazing job so far on the car. They've undersealed the car, they've done work on the engine, we've got the rocker cover painted, we've got some sump baffle, rocker baffle, all of the brakes have been put on, all the rear trailing arms, the front hub swap, the subframe. There's so many things that have been done so far. The car looks absolutely amazing. So Dale has been incredible by sending me loads of pictures, because he knows what I'm like. I love to see images. So yeah, so that's all I've seen of it, just images so far. So he said that it's still on the ramp. So we're going to go there today and just basically have a look while I drop off some of these parts that I've got. And yeah, and I'll try and get some video there just so you can see it all on camera. And it's going to be a good history for me to be able to look at as well, because seriously, from these pictures, it looks absolutely amazing. It's blown me away, better than I could have ever thought. So I'll just show you some of the parts. These are pretty much the last parts that I'll be buying, at least whilst it's with Dale. When I get it back, I've still got to do interior and probably a respray. And even though it's still Milano red, I want to get it perfect with sort of the pre-facelift coupe or EK9 front bumper and the facelift rear bumper. And today is a bit of a travel day, so for anyone that used to watch me on YouTube in terms of when the build started, you may have seen a couple of comments from someone called Justin, or Captain's Vlog. Captain's Vlog was one of the K-swap builds that I was following on YouTube, along with Flawless Culture, quite a few other K-swap builds. But basically, Justin, or Captain, made a Discord group, and I joined that 2 years ago when I first got the car, or over 2 years ago. And yeah, and we've all been chatting ever since, and basically quite a few people have joined that Discord now. And I'm actually going to go and pick up some door cards that have been retrimmed, the centerpieces in red, and also an armrest that's been retrimmed from someone called Kaylee. She's also got a K-swap. For anyone that used to know Ben Barnes back in the day, his EG, she bought the shell off that, and she's basically rebuilt it up with her partner to make an amazing K-swap. So she's selling some door cards from her old EK K-swap. So I'm going to go up and pick up those. And I'm also going to go and pick up a JDM rear plate recess today as well. So I'm all over the place today. We've got about 8-9 hours of driving. But I'll just show you some of the parts that I'm going to be taking over to Dale's. So we've got a T7 design chain inspection cover. Mine was just the standard black. Sort of thin metal, sheet metal bit that's gone a bit rusty and just lets the whole engine down. So we've got one of those now to go on, which is nice. I've bought some Tanabe gauges off Dale, or On a Mission. Oil pressure, oil temp and wideband. And I've also bought a T7 design metal gauge, triple gauge cluster. So due to it being metal and also having thread holes on the back of it, it holds them a lot better, and also comes with this bracket kit that basically allows to sit behind it and just holds the gauges really secure and tight, so they're not going to move left to right and just look a mess. So we've got that to go in as well. Dale informed me that my crank pulley was looking a little bit tired, just because everything else on the engine looked so nice. So we're thinking, oh, we'll paint it. But then he said to me, you might as well look at an FD2 crank pulley, because the FD2 Type R has the smallest crank pulley. So that helps, basically just like a light and flywheel. It helps rev the engine. So whilst we've got a light and flywheel as well, we've also now got an RRC FD2 Type R crank pulley. So A, it's going to make the side of the engine look better, even though you're not going to see it when it's in the bay, but it's also going to make it drive better. One thing that I completely forgot about, I've pretty much got the entire hard race catalogue on the car, but I forgot that I needed tow arms. So Dale said, get some tow arms. So we now have the tow arms here. So every single part of the suspension has been redone for brand new up-rated parts. So when this car goes for alignment, which Dale On a Mission is having done for me, it's pretty much going to have all the adjustability possible. So it's going to be able to be set up absolutely perfect. So yeah, I think we'll wrap up now, and we'll go and take these parts to Dale and crack on with the day. So I'll see you next at Dale's workshop. Right, so we're down on a mission with Dale and Amy, and yeah, now I'm seeing the car in the flesh for the first time outside of all the pictures I've been sent, and it looks absolutely incredible, way better than I ever thought it could possibly look with all the parts. For anyone that's followed the channel previously, you'll know that I had basically a spare room full of parts for probably about 2 years. So it's great to see them all on the car now. And it just looks, yeah, just like I say, loads better than I ever think it could have done. So I'll show you a couple of things outside the car, and then Dale will lift up the ramp for me, and we'll show you underneath, which is pretty special under there. So here it is. So rear bumper's back on, rear lights are back on, but you can see the Advan RG's sitting nice. Obviously it's not been driven yet, so it may settle a little bit more, but I think it's looking really nice in terms of these. These are 16x7, I think ET43 or 44. Got extended lug nuts in there. We've obviously got the rear 262s on now. So obviously previously I had the engine bay painted, but now you can see we've got the 4040 non-ABS prop valve in there now. We've got the standard lines because they're really clean. We've got the 1-inch master cylinder that's on there now. And then obviously the engine mounts that are starting to go in, plus the DC2 subframe that was powder coated. So you can see the hard race LCAs down there. We've got the white line anti-roll bar. It's coming together really good. It looks absolutely incredible. The engine. So this has now got pretty much all of the hybrid racing parts on now, plus the rocker cover was matched to the Advans as close as possible. And we've got an FN2 rocker cover on here now because I preferred the Honda Motor Co. Yeah, sort of the on a mission collab with Clockwise, which is a baffled sump inside. So for anyone that doesn't know, if you get the rocker cover painted or powder coated, a lot of the media goes in between the baffle and the rocker, and that can be a killer of the engines. So they've produced and manufactured a really nice baffle. I'll try and stick a picture up on the screen now. Obviously got a new water pump. We've got some new zinc plated bolts in here. We've got a RRC FD2 crank pulley to go on. New VTEC spool valve. We've got the Mocal oil sandwich plate here. We've got some of our blanking plates from T7 Design to get rid of the hoses that go from here. So yes, it's looking really clean. And then we've also got the rebuilt gearbox, which was done by One Day Motorsport. And you can obviously see all the zinc plating kit that was on the top as well. So that's going to feel and look like a brand new gearbox, which is good. We've got a refurbished half shaft, which is from on a mission. And yeah, and the 2 pallets that were full of parts is now dwindling to not much. So it really is coming together. We've now got it up on the ramp, and you can start to see some of the work that's gone on underneath. So there's been a Buzzweld rust encapsulator put on, and then also Buzzweld War colour tinted underneath or underside protection. And you can obviously see the MPC rear LCAs. Got the nice new BC coilovers. Obviously see all the braided lines and everything from the brakes. All the bolts under here were sent away for zinc plating. So you can see we've all got brand new bolts under here as well. Everything looks amazing. And then if we look under here, you can see the contrast we've got now of the red underside, and then obviously the black fuel lines and the fuel line cover or brake lines. We've got, like you would have seen earlier, hard race toe adjusters that are gonna go on here. But all the handbrake cables, all of the bolts and everything just look absolutely amazing. And then if we just go down here, now we see the subframe, the white line anti-roll bar, the hard race front LCAs. Yeah, it all just looks absolutely incredible. I think to match the underside now is where I need to start thinking about getting it resprayed in the coming years. But it looks absolutely amazing. And how good do the wheels look? The wheels just sit on it, absolutely fantastic. Oh, and these are 282 fronts that we've got on here as well. So I'm back at the house now. So you may have noticed at the start of the video I mentioned that I had about a 7-hour drive or something like that. So I was coming from mine to Dale and Amy's on a mission. Then I was going up to Paul Townsend, which is another breaker of sort of DC2 and EG, EK sort of parts. I actually bought the DC2 subframe and power steering rack off him 2 years ago, whenever it was. So I was going up to his to buy a JDM EK recess, which I'll show you in a second. And then I was obviously heading up to Kaylee's, which is up north, to pick up the door cards and armrest. So in the spare room, we've got the door cards that I picked up from Kaylee. So thank you very much, Kaylee. And also the armrest. We have the JDM recess that needs to obviously be painted, that I got from Paul Townsend. Spoon mirror that I got from one of my best mates, Adam, so thank you very much. Oh, and the SIR front lip as well. That's something else that we've got to go on as well. We've got behind here DC2 rear bench that obviously was out of an EK as well, so it should fit straight into the EK. So we've got a couple of parts in here that when the car comes back to me, I'll be fitting these. Because I had such of a long drive, I didn't film an outro. So however many months later, here we are. Just wanted to say thank you to anyone who's been watching the videos, especially obviously the last one and this one that you're watching now. So thank you very much if you made it all the way to the end. And let's try and get some engagement going. If you like the car, if you like what's been done to it, if you've got any questions, stick a comment down below. I'll always try and reply. If not, I'll speak to Dale and Amy and get a response in that case. But yeah, thanks a lot for anyone who's watched the video. Let me know what you think down below, and make sure you stay tuned, because you may notice behind me I'm currently editing the next video. So the next video is effectively 2 or 3 visits, all sort of pushed into one episode. So it's going to be longer than this episode and the last one, probably about 20 minutes or so. But the update on that is next level. So get ready to see the engine going in. Get ready to see some special parts on the engine that you've not seen so far. I hope you like the build so far. Like I say, drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you on the next one.